What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? It's Russo time. It's Russo time. Hello, how are you? Feels like long time no see. Okay, Alessia Russo is an Arsenal player. Confirmed. The news has finally been announced. For those of you who were like, why did you announce this? We should have waited for the news. Come on, snort off. We knew it was happening. They went in for the January window for a record bid. They wanted Alessia Russo. They were getting Alessia Russo. It has finally been announced. Alessia Russo is an Arsenal player. It was rumoured yesterday, actually, on social media that she was at the Emirates getting her pictures done. So I'd seen that starting to trend, and I thought, well, surely then the announcement is imminent ahead of her flying out to the World Cup, which of course is tomorrow. So congratulations to Alessia Russo, one of my favourite WSL players. The news is done. Actually, I want to just read some of the notes about it as well. She's 24 years old, of course, and she's moved on a permanent deal. It comes, of course, after her expiring contract at Manchester United. Manchester United. In 2020, she joined United, scored 26 goals in 59 games. Of course, she's proven in this WSL. And I think she is going to be an incredible addition to Arsenal. I think I can just see with the ball she's going to get put on a plate, I think it's going to be a match made in heaven. Okay, Jonas C. Duval, his comments on it. Alessia is one of the best forwards in the world and has significant potential to continue to grow and improve. She has a proven track record of scoring in the WSL and at international level. We believe she will be a quality addition to our forward line, and we're all delighted to have brought her to the club. It's also been confirmed she's going to wear the number 23 shirt at Arsenal. So congratulations to Alessia Russo. I'm sure that must feel nice to have a little bit of a weight off her shoulders now going to the World Cup, because when was it going to get? It was never going to be announced, right, during the World Cup. So I'm glad it is out there. Now, like we say, we knew it was happening for quite some time, but it's nice to know. And I'm sure it must be a nice thing for her as well to get on that plane tomorrow going, okay, I know where I'm going to be next season. Everything is in place, and now I can go and enjoy the World Cup. I actually felt maybe the shackles were on her in that friendly game against Portugal at the weekend. Perhaps there was something because she had so many opportunities in front of goal, and maybe the confidence just wasn't quite there yet. Now things are out there and at the universe, things are done. I wonder if we'll see the difference in her game, and I wonder if she will be in that position again at the World Cup. Will Daly start? Will Russo start? What is going to happen? Because we didn't actually get a chance to talk about the Portugal game. I've been working. I got a new job, guys. I've got a show now every morning on TalkSport from 5 a.m. Monday to Friday. So I'm up at 2:30 every morning, and as you can see, my eyes aren't dealing with it. I look like I've been hit by a truck, actually. Anyway, congratulations, Alessia Russo. Congratulations, Arsenal. I think moving forward, they are going to do the business. She wants to win trophies. Everybody at Arsenal wants to win trophies. As Emma Hayes, they look like a club. As Emma Hayes says, they look like a club who haven't won a lot of trophies. So we'll see what happens next season for Arsenal. But I think it's a great move, and I can't wait to see her at Bournemouth personally. Just while I've got you, there's the story going around over the last 24 hours about the FA withdrawing their bonuses to the Lionesses for the Women's World Cup. Now, I've done a bit of digging around on this, and I actually don't know if you can look and say the headline might appear worse than what it is. The FA, when the Lionesses won the Euros, they paid each player around 50 to 55,000. They pay the men as well. The men donate their money to the charity, to their charity of choice. The women, quite rightly, have to keep that money because they're not earning the way the men are earning just yet. Anyway, this isn't about comparing men and women's football. It's not that at all. The difference is that FIFA and FIFA Pro have now come in and said that because they were lobbied basically by the players and FIFA, that they wanted to make sure the prize money then came from FIFA, and there was that minimum amount. So each player going to the World Cup will get £24,000 for participating through the group stages, and that will grow and grow and grow as they move through. And the final stage of the prize money, if they win it, will be £247,000 each per player, which is actually a staggering amount of money in women's football. There are a few players, I think, in that Lionesses squad who maybe earn that in a year. So yeah, it's an incredible bonus for them to get. What would the FA have paid had they gone on to win the World Cup? Would it have still been that 50 or 55 grand? Would it have been a hell of a lot more? But the difference is that there's an underlying principle in all of this, and maybe the Lionesses are shown frustration that the FA have pulled out in terms of giving bonuses when they still have the opportunity to do so, when there are other teams like the USA, like Australia, who very much so are going to be paid by FIFA and still be paid by their associations as well. And it's thought that the Lionesses are now looking and going, hold on a minute, your message is that we are the best, we are pushing the rise of women's football, we are leading the way. And then the opportunity where you might have to put your hand in your pocket and give us extra because we're already being paid by FIFA, you've backed out. So you can understand that. And actually, if you go into debate it, I read a load of comments, man. You read comments on Twitter, I'm like, what are we dealing with? The first opportunity that women could have had money in football and it's been taken away from them, they've been called greedy. I'm like, we are in the middle of a Saudi takeover from taking players from the Premier League and managers and players from Scottish football to Saudi Arabia for bucket loads of money, and you're saying that you can't blame them for going and getting that cash. Whereas now the women might go, hold on a minute, we could have used that extra 50 grand because we're not earning nearly that amount of money in a year. They're not even, some of the players at the World Cup won't be earning 50 grand a year. That is absolute fact. The FA is taking that away from them. So you can understand the frustrations. You can absolutely feel it. You can see the passion. But I can't help but think moving forward that maybe it'll be a good thing, because if they go on and win the World Cup, which there's still a very, very high possibility that could happen, they could be looking at 250 grand each from FIFA, which is brilliant, which is absolutely incredible. The other thing as well that's going on is the media blackout, which has been put in place by, of course, the association as well. It's a strict ban from the FA, and it means that players can't post on their social media. And there's a number of players who we always see doing these brand partnership deals. And of course, that's money out of their pocket as well. If they're not able to do the posts and agree to the terms of, their contracts with these ads and partnerships, well, then they're missing out on a considerable amount of money as well. So the FA have taken away money that they could give them, and they've also put this blackout on what they can do and what they're allowed to go and do in terms of shoots and sponsorships, etc. like that. This ban in place means that they can't do anything like that. So that is a lot of money. I mean, I know from a number of players that I've worked with over the years and working on various different shoots over the years, that they don't just turn up and do it for the good of their health. There's a payday there. There's a lot of money, and I still think in a climate where women's football is going one way, by 2027 they want it to be equal prize money at the World Cup. How incredible is that? I mean, Gianni Infantino, the male feminist that we just didn't know we needed. I mean, get him a picture right up there, please, if women's prize money is equal by 2027. But we are seeing those huge strides. We are seeing investment in the Lionesses. The FA need to keep moving on that trajectory and keep pushing their Lionesses and keep pushing that women's team, because they have changed the landscape of women's football, and we can all agree on that. So yeah, you can let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Are you concerned for the players? They're losing out on that prize money from the FA, or are you looking and going, actually, they could go all the way and bag themselves a $250,000? If that is completely accurate, I mean, it is coming from FIFA to be the case, and also the brand deals that will come along with it. And if they are to win the World Cup, you would expect that they're going to make a lot of money off the back of that as well. However, that is not the point. That isn't the point. The difference is that there's money here to be made, and the FA have pulled out of it. The Lionesses want to be seen on the bigger picture as coming from an association, a federation that pushes their women's games and gives them everything that they can, like Australia, like the USA, who are being paid from their federations and from FIFA as well. It's a very different agreement that they have in place with their associations, but perhaps this is another kick up the backside that the FA need from their Lionesses to go forward and make better change for the future as well. Anyway, I must leave you now because I must go to bed. But you can let me know your thoughts in the comments. Give me a like, give me a sub. Well done, Alessia Russo. Oh my God, we need to make up a song. Frida and Alessia Russo. Done. Sorted.